Hey, my crafty cuties. Okay, we are back with our beginning our stitch along for the Moonbeams Charity Quilt by Fat Quarter Shop. Sorry, give me one moment. I had to take a sip of water. Okay. All the measurements can be shared for this quilt because it is a free stitch along. Can you guys see that? Oh yeah, y'all can see that. Trying a different camera angle. Hopefully I don't catch my chair in it. So this is what the finished quilt will look like. I chose to purchase the kit. And I showed that in a previous video, and I showed you the fabrics. Hopefully you could see the fabrics. Probably didn't do a great job with that video. Still trying to figure all this stuff out. So this is the quilt that we are going to be sewing together. And this is block number 1. Let me show you block number 1. Because I pre-ordered the kit, I got all of the directions for this kit together at one time. And this is the block that we're making right here. Okay, can y'all see that? I think you can see that. Yeah. All right, so let's piece this block together. And I wish I had the triangle paper, but I don't. I am going to order the triangle paper. I think the paper kit that goes with this, I'm not sure yet. I haven't 100% decided if I'm going to do that or not. But the one thing that I did go ahead and do is that I went ahead and drew the lines on my fabric so you wouldn't have to sit here and painfully watch me do all that. All right, so these are, you're going to take fabric A, place those back over there, go back over here to my directions. Give me 1 second. So we're going to take my earbuds out. Sorry, I was listening to stuff just a minute ago. So you're going to take fabric A and fabric G, which are 7 inches. You're going to draw a line on fabric G, the light colored one. Actually, you could draw the line on whichever one you wanted. So these are 7 inches, just like this, and with the right sides together, stitch a 1/4 inch from each side of the drawn line. So I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch on either side of this line. So let's do that. Place that right there. And I debated whether to use this machine or my Juki. And I probably should have pinned. Let's go ahead and pop a few pins in here. Oh goodness, I don't know what that was. Sounds like somebody had a boo-boo. That's what that sounded like. Somebody had a boo-boo. So let's just pop a couple pins in here. Just to keep our fabric from shifting. That's all we're trying to do. There we go. Just like that. I want a 1/4 inch from this drawn line. Now I'm going to swing it around and come over here, line up as best as I can. Don't chew my fabric. Even though she's a fantastic machine, she can and will chew the fabric. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, and there went my scissors, guys. There went my scissors. Sorry about that. Let me trim this off. I'll need this here in just a minute. So, okay, now let me grab, I got my iPad in the way too. Let me grab, what color do I want? Let's go with this. Let's take our pins out. All right, so now we are going to cut this in half and we are going to trim down. Well, it should measure 6.5 by 6.5. So I'm gonna put that up under there like that. And I have a bigger rotating mat right here. So let's grab this bigger mat. I know that y'all cannot see from way over there, and I apologize. I try to do the best setup that I can get. And I'm just lining my ruler up on that drawn line. So if you're new to quilting, and my little ruler that I have right here doesn't go all the way, but you can just scoot it along your drawn line, just like that. So now we have 2 squares. And I could have been prepared. Y'all know I'm never prepared. Y'all know that. This is normal. This is normal for me. So to make sure that I have 6.5, I have a clearly, what are these called? Clearly perfect slotted trimmer. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see what that is? And this is 6.5. You line up your seam line with this right here, and then you can make sure that you have a 6.5 inch triangle. I have way too much stuff right here. I'm gonna scoop this out of the way. There we go. So line up. Oh yeah, guys. Only have just a little bit, I think, to trim off. 6.5. Yep. 6.5. Get that little dog ear right there. All right, I trimmed off that little bitty bit right there. So I'm going to press to the dark side, of course. So let me get it apart. This is what we have. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Press to the dark side. I am actually going to press my seams open for this quilt. I really do like pressing my seams open. I do not have any problems pressing my seams open. I know some people out there who don't like doing that, but I am going to press my seams open. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depends on what kind of quilt I'm working on. Let me throw those over there. All right, so now let me scoot these there. Let me turn this over. Line up the dotted line with the 6.5 inch mark. I'm gonna have a little bit to trim off of this one as well. Just a little. It's not a whole lot. But just a whip. Whoop, I didn't quite get that one. There we go. And we're going to set seam. Press it to one side and then press it open. Press it to one side and then press the seam open. Okay, got those. Okay, those 2 are done. Kind of clean up as we go. Okay, now we need to draw the diagonal line on the wrong side of fabric H. Here is fabric H, which if memory serves, these are, fabric H is 4 inch squares. Okay, and pair it with a fabric B, which should be 4 inch as well. Stitch 1/4 inch from each side of the drawn line, and these should measure 3.5 by 3.5, okay? I only have 2 of these. How many should I have? Oh, 2, okay, that's right. Just making sure. Just making sure. Okay, so we should have 4 of this will give us 4 of these units. Let me bring this up here so you can see what I'm doing. Can y'all see over on this side? Well, you kind of can, but not really. Kind of can, but not really. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever. Kind of can, but not really. That's Southern right there, guys. That's Southern. Now you go down past the creek, and you know that where that wheeler fell last spring, you turn right there. That's how we give directions. Oh gosh, y'all, I was born and raised in the South. Please don't send me nasty grams. I'm born and raised. All right, that's it. Just pop a couple pins in. And then pop a couple pins in this side. You'll get much better results. I do tend to be a pinner. And I thought I seen my daughter texted me, so y'all just be patient for 1 second. It won't take that long to put this block together, so. Okay, all right, find my foot pedal. Gosh, I hope y'all can't hear my stomach. And as you're stitching, if you have one of these seam guide Dumaflitchies, if you'll line it up with this one to your right here, and kind of watch it, and you're drawing line, you will not have any problemos. Okay, we're just gonna pull it out, flip it around. Sometimes my machine likes that, sometimes it doesn't. It kind of pulls right there. I'm gonna clip those threads with my little dull scissors. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to cut these apart, whether I wanted to or not. Trim this off. Lay that over there. Okay. Bring that back over here that I just laid over there. Stitch these together. Guys, I am not usually this prepared to be able to do 2 quilts at once, like a bonus quilt, while I am working on it. I just happen to have these 2-inch squares that I bought, I bet, 10 years ago. That's been sitting in a little tin for decoration. And I'm like, that serves no absolute purpose to be sitting in the tin for decoration for the past 10 years. Now, I'm going to get them out and I'm going to use them. So that's what I did. All right, let me see if I can move this up here where you guys can see. Let's see how. Hopefully you guys can see. Where's my ruler? What do I do with my ruler? Right here's my ruler. Right here. I need to put my earbuds in the case. They're getting stuff all over them. Okay. Trim it in half. Just place. Just like that. Trim it in half. Actually, I can go down to the smaller mat, I think. Yes. I'm just going to stand that one back up, back there, because we'll probably need it again. And I'm going to go to the smaller mat, just because it's not so bulky up here on top of my... Yeah, I'm getting junk all in my earbuds. There we go. Let's just put those up for the moment. Okay, so now these should measure, see what the 3.5 by 3.5. So take your triangle, find your 3.5 inch mark, and you're going to line up this dotted line with your seam line. Place that directly on your seam line. Actually, I'm going to stand it up so I can see, and I do need to trim off just a little. Yeah, I didn't think I got that. And if you remember it, you can cut your dog ears off. And now we have a perfect 3.5 inch triangle. 3.5 inch. really does help to have the tools for the job that I just dumped that all on the floor, y'all. I mean, all in the floor. That little. It does. It really does help to have the tools to do the job that you need to do. So we are going to set these. I'm going to press to the dark side, and then I'm going to press open. You don't have to press it to the dark side and then press open. You can just press it open after you set your seam. I don't know if you, hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see from back over there where you're at. I just can't get everything in the shot. As hard as I might, there's just no way. Okay. And a lot of times I don't. I just set my seam and then I just press it open. I don't press it to the dark side and then press it open. One thing I do use is my wooden pressing board. It helps to remove the heat from the fabric after you press it, and it gives me a much nicer, flatter block. So that's the reason I do use that. Okay, so now we are going to take a C and I'm going to take this, and we're going to take these that we just made. We'll leave those others up under the block, and we are going to pair them like this. Can y'all see that? Yes, you can see that. Yes, just like that. So on the block that we just made, you want your dark to the upper left, and then you're going to pair it with a C, which is a solid, like this. And I'm actually going to flip mine over. Remember to always use your hands-free system. So 1/4 inch right down the side. And I hear chickens. They're so proud when they lay eggs. I don't think I did that last one right. Yeah, because it goes this way. Because I flipped it over. Confuse myself like in 2.5 seconds. Don't take long. I'm like, oh, I didn't do that right. Okay, and we're going to trim these off. I'm going to just set that over to the side for a second. I'm going to flip this back, make sure we got it right, and we do. And then we're going to add, and then we're going to take an E, and we're going to add to the bottom. All right, so before I carry on, these go 2 different directions. So you're gonna make 2 with it going like this, and then you're going to make 2 that is going to go in the opposite direction, which is going to go like this. Hopefully y'all can see that with your white background to the left. So we're gonna make 2 like this. So let me pop this one and its mate up under here. Thank goodness for pictures. Can you imagine what it was like back 100 years ago? When you quilted, no pictures. You know, I think about things like that. Just like that, okay. Yes, bottom left, just like that, okay. Actually, I'm gonna stitch this one this way because it looks like this is a little bigger, and I want to see if I can pull that in just a little bit. Yes, I can. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna press these. And it says that we're supposed to press towards this. So that's what we're going to do. But I'm pressing my seams open. Oops. Whoop. I totally messed that up. There we go. Place it up under my pressing block for just a minute. All right. So now we can pull those off. Let's run our next bonus project through, and then we can stitch the next. And I have the seams on these going every which way. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with this quilt. If I'm going to auction it off for charity or what. So I did ask what y'all thought about doing auctioning off for charity. What do you guys think as we make these quilts? And because I'm going to have more quilts than I'm going to know what to do with. Is that I auction them off for a local charity here within my community. Especially the women's shelter. I'm very, very drawn to our women's shelter that we have here. And they have a thrift store that helps support the battered and abused women and children. So what do y'all think about that? Let me know what you think about that. Okay, so these are the ones that went this way. So we're going to sew a fabric E, and I'm going to turn them the right way so they go this way. And now we're going to sew a fabric E along this bottom edge. So fabric E along the bottom edge, just like this. It is a stinking gorgeous day here. I know I've already told y'all that, but it is beautiful. Okay, and then sew another fabric E to this one, just like that. I say I'm a pinner, yet y'all probably never see me pin anything. But I really do pin when it counts, when it really, really, really and truly counts, like where you got intersecting seams and I want things to behave. You pin it into submission. That's my philosophy. Okay, and then the other two went with the white at the bottom left, just like this. See how nice and pretty and flat those blocks are? Starching and pressing block. And by pressing block, this is what I'm talking about. This is my pressing block that my husband made me. When I iron my fabrics, you just simply lay this on top of it for a few minutes. And you can feel it's warm here where it's drawing that heat and the steam off of these pieces that I've just ironed. It just really, really helps to have beautiful, beautiful, nice, flat blocks. Okay. I hear my husband's overalls clanging in the dryer. I hope y'all can't hear that. He wears overalls. He loves his overalls. Okay. Okay. And now let's see. Okay, I'm going to need, let's see, what color can I come up with? Oh, let's do this one. And this one. I don't know who was weeding, but bless their hearts. I hate weeding. Well, grass isn't my favorite thing to do, period. I like being outside. It's beautiful and I love to be outdoors, but y'all, I don't like bugs. They freak me out. I don't like bugs in any shape, form, or fashion. I know, I'm weird. I can't help it. And bugs are attracted to me. I guess it's because they know I don't like them. I can take those out from under there now. Put those over there. Okay. So I'm going to set my seams. Press open. Jimmy's fixing to come in, guys.
You want to come inside?
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, I'm recording. I mean, you can talk. I'm just recording.
Somebody's in here.
Little Buddies is in here?
Yeah, little buddies.
Uh-huh. Little Buddies is the cat, Grayson. Okay, so now we have those two done. Now we need a fabric F. Find fabric F. You need to draw a line on fabric F. I've already done that. And we're going to need a fabric I, which are these right here. So now we are going to do, oh, I don't think I have enough fabric of fabric I. I may have to pause the camera and go cut. It says you're supposed to make 2. Fabric I. Oh, yeah, I didn't cut enough. I was distracted. I had company last night, so I need to go. I'm gonna tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and do these 2. Yeah, because I did not cut enough. All right, and then you're going to sew corner to corner from upper left to bottom right on 2. So I'm gonna pop a pin right here. Actually, I'm gonna pause the camera and I am going to go cut those so we can just do them all at one time and we're not interrupted in the middle of it. So give me 1 second. I'm back. All right, I'm back. I got my pieces cut. Taking a sip of water, stopped and ate me a quick bite of lunch. Actually, I inhaled it. Shouldn't do that. Really should not do that. I'm so excited. I am. Okay, so I want to make sure that I'm putting this on right, and I am not. I am not. So let's look at this one more time. Okay, so it's showing that this should actually go this way. From top right to bottom left. Should actually go that way. So, top right, bottom left. Pictures. You need pictures, or I need pictures. I have to have pictures. Just like that. Yes. Top right, bottom left. We're going to make 2 of these. Okay, and then let's do this one. Let's go ahead and get them on so we know. Top right, just like that. Let's pop a pin in there just to hold it. Oh, and I fed the cat. Yep, got the cat food. Got him fed and watered, and we are going to stitch on the drawn line and trim 1/4 of an inch away. So it's going to flip up this way. So I want to stitch just a little, let's see. There we go. Get it scooted over. And I stitched just a little bit shy of that line. Just like that. And then just a tiny shy of that line. Maybe a thread's width. Sometimes I get way more than a thread width. But I have found that that works best for me. Okay, and on the other unit, when we're laying it out facing us like this, we are going to take another F, and it is going to go on this side from the top left to the bottom right, just like that. And I'm not, yeah, I am. I was going to say I'm not going to place a pin in it, but I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Just to help hold that. There we go. One more. Lay it out facing you. Take your square. Top left, bottom right. Just like that. Making double sure that I'm placing it the right way. Yes, and pop a pin. And grab a pin. And place a pin. Okay. Alright. So I'm actually going to cut that off right there. My bonus project. All right, and then I always flip mine over to make sure that I line up nice and even, that I'm square here, and I am, and it's going the right direction, and it is. Miracles never cease to happen. And I fold this one back, and it is perfect too, so we can trim those 2 off and give them a press. So let's check this one, and it is going to, it's a little bigger, which is okay because I can trim it down. Because my seam allowance wasn't quite, I didn't get quite as close to the line as I needed to. So we can trim that one down too. And I tell you what, I'm just going to do these with scissors instead of dragging. Well, I got it right there, but okay. Press up that way. Trim off. Presses up that way and trims off. Just like that. And this one presses up that way and trims off. Hey, boo-boo head. That's the old girl right there. That's little Miss Press. All right, let's give these a press. Press open. Press. Open. So now these two that we did going this way, whoop, that one's going that way. That one I need to trim up just a little bit. Okay, now, so we're going to take an eye, assemble one eye and one fabric K unit. So I can actually place this one back under the pressing block. Grab my K. And this is a print on print, so make sure you get it going in the right direction. I'm gonna lay that one right there. I think that's the back and that's the front. I have a hard time sometimes telling front from back, but I think it's that one. Yeah, I think I got them both going the same way. Okay, so we're going to pair an I and a K. Yes, an I and a K. We're gonna do these. Okay. Make sure we stay all lined up. One off back here, and whoop, goes this way, and check it. Perfection. Perfect. Even if I have to trim it just a tiny bit, it's okay. Bring my scissors back up, give this a press. Okay, now continue to do this. My arm on my chair keeps falling down because I keep bumping it. There's a reason. Whoa. I tell you what, I'm going to cut my thread right there because I got yes, I did. I got a little off. We don't want that. So I'm going to unpick that just a little bit. I don't know if you can see it right here, but my fabric slid. See how it was going to slide? I don't want it to do that. I'm just going to pull these few stitches out right here, and then we're going to restitch that back. There we go. Now, I'm going to have to take a minute, and I cleaned my machine last, when I sewed. I didn't sew last night when I came in from work. But the night before, I had cleaned, oiled. So I try to do that every night when I stop. I clean my machine, oil it, and it's ready to go the next day when I sit down to sew. It sure is amazing how much lint gets in the machine, you know? It is amazing. I don't think I have enough of these because we're supposed to make 2. So I'm going to have to go. Like I said, I had company when I was doing this. So I need 2 more Ks. I don't have enough Ks. 2 by 11. So I need 2 more, because I'm supposed to have 2, make 2 each. Let me go cut 2 more Ks and I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Maybe I'll get my act together eventually. Oh gosh. I think that's the right side. That is not. I think these 2, this is the right side, and that's just fuzz off my rotary cutter. Okay, so now I need 2 more of these, like this. So let's get these down. Let's get this one. Okay. That's two. Okay. All right, so now take these to the ironing board, press them open. Should have checked my laundry when I went to eat lunch. I forgot. It's okay. So now we will take and the partial wing unit. Okay, so now we're going to take all of these beautiful blocks that we now have. Have to remember which way they went. So we're going to take our partial wing unit right here and an I and a K like this. We're going to take and put these two together just like this. I'm just making sure I got it going the right. This one is in the upper left, and then we have a K, and then we have an I. So these are going to go together just like this. And there'll be two of these. I know this is a long video, and I'm sorry, guys. But I don't just slap stuff together. I want to make sure that I'm doing it right. Okay, so that one will go that way. That one will go that way. Where's my other unit? Where's my other unit? Okay, one of these is not right. One of these goes right here. And I do believe it's that one. Because that will be the upper left and upper left. Okay, and then this one will go on here like that. Actually, wow, lined it up just like that. Perfect. Wow. Wowzer. Miracles. Never shush. And then... my foot loves to catch that. There we go. Sorry, hope I didn't freak anybody out doing that. This, I think, needs trimming just a tiny, tiny bit. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Because I got it off just a whittle. Just a wee little bit. Just a wee little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna trim it off just a wee bit. My other one here looks fine, actually. Good enough. Okay, and then these two go with the eye. Yeah, eye up. And then this like that, just like that. Okay. I still struggle with snowballing. I do. So. Okay, and then goes up like that, and then this goes down just like that. Place them together. Make sure you got them all lined up. Seems awful. Usually I have really good light in here. It just seems dark today for some reason. Okay. Let's put these two together. I'm trying to do step by step by step, and not run the steps together. I don't want to. I'll confuse myself if I do that. I absolutely will, and I got these going the wrong way. Give me 1 sec. There we go. I will absolutely confuse myself. Okay. Let's cut these apart. Give them a press. That right there. I'm just gonna throw those up under the pressing block, and let's see what our next step is. Okay, our next step is to take, and I'm gonna leave those up under the pressing block while we take fabric D. Oh, and we're gonna have to get those units out from under the pressing block, and we're going, with right sides together, right sides facing, lay your fabric D unit on top of the partial wing unit, and stitch on the drawn line and trim 1/4 of an inch away, and we're gonna do it on the top and the bottom. Okay. So let's grab these units that we just put together. See how pretty those are and how flat they are? Perfect. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm gonna sort these. Goes that way, and then these two go this way. All right, just to make sure we are doing these correctly. Okay, so now we need to take the ones wrong way. Put those over there. Yeah, take these, because the ones that the blue is on the upper left, like this, on this left. And then we're gonna take a D. Take a D, I'm gonna set the D off to the side, and I'm gonna set this one right here. This always makes me super nervous. And we're going to place it so that we're stitching from upper right to left. Yes, and it will overlap this one down here by just a smidge. Okay, I am going to place a couple pins in to hold that. I want to keep everything as square as possible. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do one step at a time. I know this is probably a longer video than you guys signed up for. I may have to put it together and see how long it is. I don't want to trim any off. Okay, and then we're going to pin there and pin here. Okay, we're going to, this is going to flip this way, so I need to stitch on this side of the line. Okay. Sure that I stay perfect. Okay. Yep, it's gonna flip up that way. Stitch on this side of the line, but let's not get carried away with how far we're about a thread width over. There we go. About a thread width. Okay. I'll set that off to the side. Oh, I am not out of thread. My sensor gets lint all in it, and it thinks it's out, and it's not. It gets really, really dirty in there, so I'm gonna cut that sensor off. Give me 1 second, because I have to remember how to do it. So I am going to, I think that's where I cut it off. I think. Is that where I cut it off? No, it's right here. Right here is where I cut it off. There we go. I turned off the wrong one. So let me go back and turn that other one back on. There we go. Now, okay. Yeah, it gets really linty up in there, and she don't like it. Okay. And I take and have to clean it out. All right, so we're going to press that back, which turned out perfect and looks just like the picture. And we're going to take and press that one back, which is perfect. All right, so let's trim these off. If you wanted to save these, you could absolutely stitch 1/4 of an inch away from there. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna lay it off to the side though, but I am gonna get some scrappies out of it. Yes, perfect. And it goes that way. I always double and triple check because I have done it. Have absolutely done it before. Okay. So let's press. and I almost forgot we have these pieces too. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one. And then that way we keep going in the same order, I think. I think. So these, you're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go up here and we're going to scoot that over just a little bit. Pin. Yep. And pin. It's gonna flip up. Okay. This one, we're going to go from the top left, bottom right, just like that. I'm going to place a pin in there, and a pin right there. Stitch about a thread width over. Guys, I may switch over and just do a throwaway leader and ender, just for, because it doesn't take me as long. You know, I'm not messing with it as much, just for the purposes of video. You know, trying to keep this as short as possible, because I think this is over an hour already. All right, perfect. And then this one back. Perfect. And that is exactly the way it should look. I hold it up next to the picture if I have doubts, and it's perfect and perfect. All right, so let's turn these off, give them a press. I can get some 1.5 inch squares out of that. Okay. Lay these right here for the next. So quiet. I just turned out so quiet. I like it when it turns out as the pattern says. Not everything does. I don't know that. So now, all right, these go this way, and now we take a D and we place it, let me move one of these out of the way, on the bottom, just like this. Take a D, place it on the bottom, and we're going to stitch from right to left twice on both of these, okay? Pin, pin. Hold on, my dad's calling. Okay, it kicks me offline when somebody calls. So now we're stitching the same thing. I just stitched that one while I was talking to my dad. So we are going to stitch down through there. Let me get me a throwaway, leader, ender, don't care, just come here. I have a whole bunch of little things like this I've saved. They're in a coffee cup. There we go. Okay. let's take our pins out, see if we're going the right direction. Yes, beautiful. Should go down to the right hand side. Beautiful. And then this one down to the right hand side. Beautiful. Okay. I'm very methodical about how I do things because I get confused or I'll miss a step, and we don't want that. We don't want to miss a step. So I know this video is probably a lot longer than you particularly want it to be, but I'm very, very methodical in how I do things. And I like, you know, you put a lot of time, effort, and not to count the money that you spent to purchase all the fabrics with. So, I mean, you want to do a good job. You know, if this turns out to be a 2-hour video, that's what it turns out to be. Take it forever to upload, but, you know, I can put it on at night before I go to bed. But it is, you know, it is just how it is. Okay. So these went this way. And now these will go the same thing, but they'll be upper left to bottom right, okay? And hopefully haven't messed anything up. There we go. Get that one. Now let's do this one, last one, upper left, bottom right, just like that. Just like that. Okay. And then we are going to stitch, because it's going, let me turn it back the way it was. It's going to fold this way, so I stitch on this side of the line. And to me, it makes a difference which way I turn my piece. All right, and it goes this way. It's need to go this way. Just like this. So I'm gonna knock that off. Okay. There we go. All right, now let's make sure that we got it right. So this should fold this way. Perfect. Yep, looks just like the picture. And this one should fold this way. I think I can make that work. Perfect. All right, let's trim it off, press it open, and see what our next step is. Trim it off. Let's press it open. Right, so our next step, we got those done. Now we need a fabric J. I think I have way too many of these because, well, I know I have too many of these. And don't know why I cut. Does it say 4? Oh yeah, I needed 4. But for this one, we only need 2. Okay, so we're going to take fabric J, fabric L. I've already drawn my line. And then we have to figure out, this is the front. Okay, so we are going to take fabric L, place it in the bottom right hand corner. We're going to sew from right to left. Yes, right to left. Pop pins in there. Pop a pin. Okay. Yep, just like that. And this is going to go here. Just like that. Pop a pin. Whoop. And a pin. Okay, take a drink of water. Remember to hydrate. Hydration is very important. Just because you're sitting here sewing doesn't mean that you don't need to keep yourself hydrated. Okay. Okay. All right. So this should fold down just like that. Just like that. Okay. And perfect. This one's a little bigger, but it'll be okay. It will be just fine. I don't think I can get anything out of that, so we're going to use that as a leader or an ender. It'll go in my cup over there. Little bitty pieces like this make great leaders and enders. Okay. I think we're down to the assembly part, y'all. Once we get this done. Okay. All right. So now, yes, we are. Bird, we are going to take one of these, which turns that way, and one of these. Put it together, right sides together. It's not going to matter which way I sew, is it? Just trying to figure out which way to keep it from catching on my foot, because it will flip that seam. All right, so let's take the other one. We're gonna make 2. So we're gonna take that. Oh, wait a minute, I think I done messed up. Yep, like that. That and that. I'll have to look at this one right here and see which way it's going, because we got facing different directions. Make sure that we're right. Give me 1 sec. Okay, let's open this up. Oh yeah, yes, yes. All right, I want to press this before we move to the next step. right, I wanted to get that a press. Now, these units go just like this, and then they get one of these. One of your white on whites, which I can't tell. And it goes this way, I do believe. So let's go ahead and stitch these together. Take this one, goes just like that. Figure out which side is your right side. And I do believe it goes just like this. Just like this. All right, let's take now, let's give these a press because these units join together. Put that one with that one. So now these two go together, and then this goes like this. Yep, just like that. So right sides together, stitch. I do believe I'm gonna paste some pins in this because it is a little longer, and I would just feel better if I pinned it. It would make me feel better if I pinned it. Might not make you feel better, but it makes me feel better. And it looks like we do have a seam that goes together right there. Whoops. All right. I can get the pin out of there now. Okay, let's grab our other little square right here. Go together just like this, and pop a pin in. Pin in there. Okay, let's stitch. We're on the downward side of it, guys. Getting it all together. Crafty Cuties. Oh, I think my seam turned right there. It didn't stay flat. I'm pretty sure. No, it stayed flat. I thought it might have flipped, but it didn't. It was just a hump there to get over. That's the reason why I pressed them open, because I knew it was going to get thick in certain areas. So pressing it open helped alleviate some of that, or I feel that it has. Using those in just a minute. All right, so now we take these. Yep, this one will face to this side, and we're going to sew one of these to the bottom. Let's go ahead and get these together. Ooh, why am I so short? Yikes, guys, that's a lot short. Let's see if I can pull that in. That's a lot. Let's get it started. Let's see if I can stretch that in. I don't really like doing that. I don't know why it's so short. Leave it to Beaver. Okay, so that one's gonna go to the top just like that. Just like that. And then this is going to go just like this. This one's not quite as bad. Not exactly sure what I did, but at least it does have some give and some stretch. Okay. Now, we will take this unit with your white square facing to the right. You're going to take a wing unit that has one going this way and one going down this way, just like this, and it is going to attach to here, and it looks like it's a perfect fit. It's nothing to match, nothing to line up, so I'm actually not going to pin it. Just gonna just like that, and then this one is going to go. Just make sure I got it right. Nope, not right. Just like that. Yes. Right sides together. Ruh-roh. Okay, let's give all of these a press. Okay. And we're almost at the finish line. Almost. Sometimes, yes, I do. I don't set the same. Yes, yes, yes. I know. I'm skipping the setting the same part. Okay. Right. Okay. So now, turn it just like that, and then you take one of these with the beak pointing to the right, just like that, and we stitch it down. Does anything line up? Yes, right here lines up. Oh, shoot, let it go. Wow, I tell you what, that's not gonna work because let's see what this looks like. As long as I don't, yeah, it fits perfect. Let's see what this is gonna look like. Not sure. Don't think my seams are going to line up right there. Because if I tried to line them up, then that made this part down here. See what this looks like, guys. I want to see what it looks like. Oh, there. Oh, it's not bad. I think I can live with that. I'm gonna live with it. I am gonna live with it. So, and then that goes on there. Yeah, my whites. Okay, let me show you this. So my whites should actually be touching right here, and they're not. But I'm not that fussed over it. Hopefully y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? No, you can't. You can't. I'm gonna scoot you over so you can see. Okay, so see, my whites right here should be touching, and they're not. It's okay, I'm not that fussed over it. It turned out to be so stinking cute. So stinking cute. So there's one done. And let's sew the next one together. Can y'all see? Nope, can't see. I gotta scoot you back around. I gotta scoot you back around. Scoot you. And then I seriously doubt this one is going to line up either. You've seen how careful I was, and I still got off. Somehow I'm still off, so I don't know how. And I could have miscut something. You know, heck, anything is possible. Make sure that stays nice and flat. All right, let's give this one a clip and a peek. And it's the same way. It's not quite as bad, but the same way. And I'm okay with that. Because this is a quilt that I think I'm keeping for myself. Because I fell in love with the fabric collection. And I just had to have this quilt. It's so adorable. It is just stinking cute. I'm gonna turn you, I'm gonna make you drunk for a second and turn you around. All right, can y'all see that? Oh, no, you can't. Hopefully you can see this, hopefully. Hopefully you can see that. So this is the Dove block, and it is block number 1, and we made 2. I really hope you enjoyed sewing along with me, and will join me next month for block number 2. So yeah, stick around, come on back and join me next month for block number 2. I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.